and welcome to Courtside at Nashua High North. John Collins along with Jason Roby and Tom King. And this is why we sign up for this every year, guys. This atmosphere tonight. Yes, North has the great season going, the great record of 8-1, South at 6-4. But as Tom King always tells us in these rivalry games, throw those records out the window.
Well, the talent right now belongs to the Titans because they have the best player on the floor in Curtis Harris, in my mind. Okay? Now, it's what South can do to try to neutralize that factor. And that's how this game is going to go. We saw it in the girls' game. It goes right down to the wire. The most important thing, hitting free throws and three-point shots. Those are the biggest keys, I think, in both games, and the biggest keys in this one, in this second game tonight.
Jason, you and Tom already saw an exciting girls game. This one might be tough to top the one you just did.
There are athletes galore on the floor here tonight, John. You're not going to see a more athletic team than Nashua North and the players that they're going to put on the floor. You're going to look at a Nashua South team that's very disciplined, play good, sound basketball. Not a little bit difference in styles, but I think both teams are going to play very fast tonight. And if I had to guess, you got to give the home court advantage to North, but after watching that first game, you just never know.
I don't think the court matters in this one. I really don't. There's enough fans for both teams here. No one's traveled very far. The advantage North has is Harris. All right, it's how Harris conducts the floor. All right, and you've got to get your shooters in North online. You've got to get Brendan Choke involved. You've got to get Nate Kane involved.
Yeah.
You get those players going if you're North. Now, if you're South, Alex Holfacker. Everybody's going to say, what about Andres? Andres will get you his shots in the paint. Alex can hit from the outside. If he has a good game, South will stay in this game. If Alex Holfacker disappears, I think it's going to be tough for the Panthers.
We saw...
And he's only sophomore, too.
We saw a great performance, Jason, a dominant performance by North over Bishop Girton.
Yeah.
They cleaned up on a winless Pinkerton team in between this game.
Win the ones you're supposed to, big.
Yep.
And the athleticism just really stood out in that Girton game. Look, that Girton team is no slouch, but
exactly
the difference in levels of athleticism was clearly evident on that night. This is a very, very well-polished North team at this point, firing on all cylinders. They shot the basketball extremely well. Their big problem at the beginning of the year was scoring the basketball. That night against Girton, they shot lights out.
I don't know who's at the political debate tonight. Looks like everybody's here. The parking lot's full.
Well, not only that, across town, you've got BG and Merrimack.
That's right.
The girls in the Battle of Unbeatens. Right. BG won the boys' game by 3 or 4 in overtime in the first one. Now we're going to have another national anthem.
Presenting the colors tonight under the direction of Master Sergeant United States Air Force retired Nick Ellis, we have the Junior ROTC program with students from both Nashua North and Nashua South. Tonight we have Emma Hall, Rebecca Wilkie, Colin Cantwell, Jacob Moore, and Christian Hughes presenting the colors. Great city pride there, John. Nashua South Band, the Nashua North student section coming together. Great rendition of the national anthem.
Great atmosphere. I'll tell you something that Kurt Dutilli, the North Girls coach, told me after the game. I said, how'd you like it? He said, I would want to play in 20 of these during the year. I'd rather have 20 of these games, he said, because it's tournament-type atmosphere.
Perfect comment, absolutely. We're getting set for some excitement here. We have our A-team on camera, Jim McLean down on the court right in front of us, and Tim O'Neill at half court covering the action from up top, as much up top as we can get here at Nashua High North. I'm John Collins with Jason Roby, Tom King. Our executive producer, Pete Johnson, is manning the controls, and we expect a great one here on a Friday night, February 7 of 2020. One thing I can tell you for sure, Nashua is going to be a winner tonight, and it's the Titans of North who win the opening tip. And Curtis Harris walks the ball up the court as he meets up with Alex Hulfacker on defense. South in a zone as they shift to the right and to the left. Cross-court passing by North. They try to penetrate. They get it outside. Nathan Kane up top, flings it into the corner. Looking for our first shot of the game by North. Curtis Harris will take it. Just can't make it. Scramble for the loose ball underneath. It's out of bounds off of the Panthers.
Gabe Buxton went down on the floor there, John, doing the dirty work once again under the basket. Titans will retain possession.
The catch and release by Emeka Okore. And he's long on the shot. The rebound by Jason Compo, number 33, right underneath. Tremendous athletes on the court for both teams. 8-minute quarters in New Hampshire high school girls and boys basketball. We're looking for the game's first points, and they come from a drive by Andres Hulfacker.
Hulfacker went strong to the hole there with great finish.
The shot from distance by Brendan Choate. He misses to the right. A little bit too much adrenaline behind that one once again as North looks for their scoring touch early. Here's the replay on the Hulfacker drive.
Great make there as he goes baseline, uses glass, nice finish.
Tremendous athleticism by Alec Andres to split the seam of the defense. Emeka Okore thought about another catch and release. At least 3 shooters have tried, and Nathan Kane succeeds underneath.
Great job by Kane on the make, almost a near steal there for the Titans. Panthers will pull it back out.
Nentenji collects. Hulfacker gets it up top, nearly a travel by Compo. They do call a travel.
Yeah, he was wide open there, thought there'd be a body. There wasn't, took a little bit of a half step, and as a result, gets called for the travel. Titans will try to take the lead here.
Emeka Okore in the corner. Double team, gives it up to Curtis Harris. 2-2 is the score, 2 minutes in. Okore's shot misses to the left. Compo skies for the rebound and hands it off to Alex Hulfacker.
Excuse me, John. Okore was on fire last time we saw him here against BG. They're going to need him to start making some shots.
Yes, he is a key to their offensive and their scoring punch, offensive ability. Short on the shot was Hulfacker driving. Kane gets fouled.
Great outlet pass there from Curtis Harris to Kane, and he goes up for the layup, gets fouled. He'll be rewarded with a couple of foul shots. No secret here, John. Titans want to run, and when they're done doing that, they want to run some more.
This is a basketball city tonight on a Friday night game here at Nashua High North, a jam-packed Titans gymnasium as they watch one of the hometown heroes, Nathan Kane, misses his free throw, and we're still knotted at 2 early.
That was an early problem and a late problem for the girls' game. A lot of missed free throws. As Kane takes the second and misses it.
We have a foul.
Maybe a lane violation. That was a lane violation on Alex Hulfacker.
Yeah, it's a redo for Nathan Kane.
Not many do-overs in high school basketball, but there's one instance where you get one. Kane makes him pay.
Yes, one of the two, and gives North the lead 3-2 for the moment. As Andres Hulfacker, his brother Alex is out there as well at point guard. Tries to pass it, it's stolen
2-on-1 for
Okore.
North.
No!
I have no words, John.
Brendan Choate brings the commotion here at Nashua High North. What a sky jam.
Choate's going to get called for the foul there. He definitely reached in, and here comes your replay.
Here's your goosebump moment.
Yahtzee flushes it down. Great fast break opportunity for the Titans, and they make it happen.
Flushes it is right. He buried that jam, and it's a 5-2 Titans lead.
Visions of a John Collins skying to the rim in his
Maybe the Atlanta
heyday.
Hawks, John Collins, not this one. Great play for North. You could see it coming from half court, too. South would love to answer.
Nice crossover dribble there by Halfacker.
Campos alone. He misses.
Here we go again.
Outlet pass. Tip. Harris. He puts it in.
That ball doesn't get tipped. You might see Harris go up for the dunk. Wow. So, what you see here as you watch Harris go in for the layup, that ball got tipped at the last second by the South Panthers, number 3, Ivan Nyantenji. If not for that tip, you may have seen another flush. South does well to call a timeout here with 4:44 to play in the first quarter, a 7-2 North advantage. Wow.
Yeah.
Just a continuation from that girls' game.
A lot of the North students who follow this team religiously, they know that Brendan Choate has that capability to bring the roof down here, and he did with that tremendous jam. But there's a lot of basketball left to be played, and of course, South isn't going to be held at 2 points all night.
Titans will pick up their man-to-man defense here.
It's Brendan Choate on Alex Halfacker. Passes to Stav Alkali, and the shot doesn't go for Ivan Nyantenji. Chance to expand on their lead for the Titans.
Yeah, that ball hit back iron. South will fall back as Harris drives and kicks. A little too much mustard on that hot dog, but Choate picks it up. Tries dribbling into 3 Panther defenders, doesn't go for him.
Lost the handle, Ivan Nyantenji. In and out. Up top it goes. Stav Alkali kicks it to Andres Halfacker, and it's 3 points. Just like that, a one-possession game again.
Buries it from downtown, 7-5 North.
That's a big basket for his team. Brendan Choate in rhythm.
Choate with a 3.
What a first quarter. Number 4 for the Titans is having. A drive and a foul.
They're going to call Curtis Harris there on the reach-in. He'll pick up his first foul.
I believe that was Emeka Corey that time.
I saw 2. It looked like he held a 2 up.
I think he did. You're right. I don't know. I saw him over here in front of us.
Well, regardless, Nyantenji will hit the first, and we have our first substitutes of the game.
Rhett Medling is into the game. He's 6'7", and you'll see him right there standing next to Brendan Choate, the tallest player on the court, instantly as he comes in. And the Panthers have narrowed it to 3. Curtis Harris with his head up as he walks the ball down court. 3.5 minutes left to go in an exciting first quarter of basketball so far. Brendan Choate with the release. He is on fire.
Wow.
Brendan Choate with 7 here in the opening quarter.
Great ball movement by the Titans, finding an open Choate.
Campo could have drawn a foul. He makes the hoop anyway.
And I believe that was Nyantenji again, John, I think.
In the corner, it was Nyantenji, you're correct, number 3. Ivan Nyantenji's got it. Ivan trying to go back-to-back baskets.
What a crossover step by Nyantenji.
Ivan Nyantenji steals, has a chance for a triple play, goes up, gets fouled.
Wow. And he's playing at a different speed right now, John. He is up and down the floor. Offense, defense, driving the lane, hitting the shots. Nyantenji not to be denied as he's going to go to the line for a pair. That foul going to go against Connor Dunning, his first.
This game went from 0 to 100 miles an hour in a hurry, and Ivan Nantenji has answered the call to pick up the pace. Had a chance to hit 2 free throws and tie it. Now he can make it a 1-point game.
Jaden Murphy now checking in for the Purple Panthers for his first action.
Makes the second. 13-12, the Titans up by just 1 as they bring it up court with 2:40 left to go first quarter. The stop and go by Curtis Harris. Kicks it out in rhythm from the side. Doesn't go.
Yeah, Harris with a great dribble drive. Skipped the ball across. Found Dunning, couldn't put it down.
Yeah,
but they
Connor
get the
Dunning
offensive rebound.
Is an excellent shooter, and he's got to keep shooting. We commented last game about that great finger roll, but he almost throws it away there. Nathan Kane forced to go to the floor, and the Panthers seize on the loose ball and force a jump ball.
Yeah, jump ball. Nate Kane ran into traffic, and there were 3 Panthers that converged on the ball there, and as a result, the Panthers with that hustle will get possession as number 15 for the Titans checks in. That's Josh Lentz.
And Nathan Kane takes his first breather of the game. Ivan Nantenji directing traffic as he walks the ball up the court. Andres Hulfacker kicks it outside. Jade Murphy runs out of room looking for a teammate, and he travels.
They're going to call steps. I'm not sure if he took any, but referee standing right there. Looks like South's going to pick up half court. They'll pick up man-to-man half court. Lentz unguarded. They'll set the offense up.
Lentz gives it back to Harris. Brendan Choate thinking about it. Dribbles to his right. Stops and lets it fly off to the left. Don't know if he visually locked in on the rim enough on that occasion. Would have been impressive, of course, if it went. He's already got 7 points. Nantenji took a lot of steps, and Stephen Lane, the coach of the Titans, is like, that's all right. Well, he got fouled.
And they're going to call Harris on the foul, and that's his second foul. We have 1:38 to play here in the first quarter, and not what you want to see with Curtis Harris picking up 2 quick ones.
No, not if you're a Titans fan, and he needs to play the entire game to give them their best chance to win. Nantenji
right now, 8 points so far in this first quarter.
Good up-close look at the Panther fans, and a good up-close look at Ivan Nantenji as he's at the line to try to make 2 out of 2 and give the Panthers their first lead of the game. 14-13 for the visitors from just across the river. Lentz in the corner. Joshua driving baseline. Almost thought about going Dr. J. Gives it up to Choate. He misses the shot. And Nantenji pushing the pace. Kicks it out. Connor Redling. Outside, nearly stolen by Brendan Choate. Off the pick. Blocked by Brendan Choate.
Sam McElliott with a ill-advised pass there, and Panthers will come back the other way in a hurry.
Jaden Murphy draws the foul. So the team's trading turnovers. Just over a minute to go in the first quarter. And the Panthers have a chance to add to their 1-point lead.
Looks like Gabe Buxton's going to check back in for Sam McElliott. Panthers will get the ball underneath. We'll see what they run for an out-of-bounds play.
Inbounded by Riley Olsen. Finds Jaden Murphy. Murphy has an opening. Kind of a backwards lay-in attempt. Doesn't go. And Emeka Okore with the rebound gets fouled underneath his own basket.
Yeah, great effort there by Okore getting body position as Nashua South will fall back on defense.
So it's Brendan Choate directing traffic as he dribbles to the top of the key. Connor Dunning back to Choate, driving is Okore. The floater off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound on the floor.
Great hustle by Gabe Buxton right there.
Choate fakes right, goes left, and
yeah, they're going to call it on the floor, and that's going to go against number 4 for the Purple Panthers, Jaden Murphy, as Choate crossover dribbling, driving to the hoop, and just gets the reach in.
3 officials, 3 referees in the striped shirts working this game, and I think you said before, Jason, and Tom also, you don't get away with too much with 3 officials on the floor.
No, you don't, and that's tournament style, officiating, a big game, big floor. You want to have the right calls being made.
The catch and release by Connor Dunning. Misses, half a minute to go. The Panthers up by 1 with the ball. Late first quarter drive, and that is an offensive foul. Jeremiah Mitchell goes soaring through the paint, and absorbing the contact was Gabe Buxton.
And Gabe Buxton, as we talked about, he's the dirt dog. He gets in there and does the dirty work. And as a result, offensive foul, player control going the other way. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Last time I saw just an emphatic call as that was Leslie Nielsen in the Naked Gun.
Steve Wright.
Yeah. So it is a opportunity here for the Titans to take the last shot.
They've been cold from the floor, both inside and outside, John. They started out real hot, cooled off since.
Brendan Choate in the corner, the up fake by Buxton. He gets it back out. Nathan Kane with 4 seconds to go. Choate underneath for the gimme. And that'll do it in the first quarter. Brendan Choate puts an exclamation point on a tremendous first quarter for him and his team.
Titans were very patient there in that possession, working the clock quite well. One thing I'd like to see Nashua North do is they're doing a great job of driving to the hoop, but they're kicking it out. They want to take that long-range jumper. Sometimes I feel like Nashua North has the opportunity when they drive to the hoop, just go in for the layup. Take it. You've got the lane. You've got the angle. Take it. So we'll see what Coach Lane does. But you talk about Brendan Choate, finished that first quarter with 10 points, trying to keep up with Ivan Nantenji himself, the lead scorer for South, with 8 points, I believe.
Wow, great quarter for Ivan Nantenji as well.
Make that 9, John, excuse me.
I mean, the viewers are the winners so far. I mean, as great as Brendan Choate played first quarter, it's a 1-point lead, that's it.
Right, and
it's virtual tie right now.
You couldn't ask for a better atmosphere here in the Nashua North gym. You have the Nashua South team with their new uniforms, and they have a camouflage look on the side. And you look at the Nashua North
impressive
cheering section, they're wearing their Army camouflage shirts.
Exactly.
So, crosstown rivals, you couldn't ask for any more. A great girls game, 8-7, Battle of the Bridge North with the advantage. This game could tie things up should South win it. What a great atmosphere here in the Nashua North Gymnasium.
North has Exeter awaiting them on Wednesday. Exeter has not lost a game this season.
Defending state champs too, John.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, Jason, they're not looking forward to that Exeter game right now. They're all about South.
Absolutely right. Steve Lane keeps his team focused.
Connor Dunning, he's able to make that shot. He just hasn't gotten hot yet.
Yeah, and the outside shooting for North, they're very cold right now, and that shooting percentage, if it stays that way, will keep South in this game.
Andres Hulfacker fortunate to get the ball back. First shot of the game for Parsley Lelo. Lelo misses. Rebound North.
And North's on the run. It's a 2-on-2. Nice bounce pass there. No call. Wow.
Emeka Corey and his Titan teammates were on their feet looking for the foul call that was not forthcoming. The stop and go. Kick into the corner. Lelo will take this one. Misses this one as well. Off the bench. Corey fires it underneath, and it's an interception cleanly done by Andres Hulfacker.
Hulfacker getting back. He knows what's coming on that rebound. He's got to get back on defense, and he intercepts that pass.
Great defensive play by the Panthers.
Sorry, go ahead, John.
As
I think
fast
we're both
as these two teams are, nobody's going to run away from the other guy.
No.
They're all fast.
And you can throw the records out. I believe South at this point is 6-4. North is 8-1. Records don't matter. These kids know each other. They've played with one another growing up and against each other growing up. And there's a lot at stake here tonight.
Yeah, it seems like just whoever plays the best right here, right now, gets hot, who makes the most shots is going to win it. Underneath. Stav Alcalay just corrals it, kicks it back out. Nantenji, wide open shot from the near corner, airs it out. Jeremiah Mitchell comes up empty. Long pass to Kane. He's running out of room, but he got fouled underneath.
I'm going to say this too, John. The work that Nashua North is doing on the defensive boards is very impressive. They're boxing out, and they're getting virtually every miss that South puts up, which starts their fast break. So you got to commend Nashua North for their work on the boards.
Obviously well coached in that category by Steve Lane. It has produced great results so far this season with 8 wins, only 1 loss to Bedford early in the season. A Bedford team, by the way, that I believe is 5-4, so I'm sure North's kind of writing that off as an anomaly, a bad game. Kane driving, kicks it out, Choate in rhythm, bang! Brendan Choate keeps it coming.
And you can see there, as long as they dribble drive and South drops down into the paint, someone's going to be open. Find Choate, let him bury another 3.
Andres Hulfacker stumbles. I think South wanted a call in that instance. Up top it goes to Alex Hulfacker on Joshua Lentz. Spin move, shoots it, makes it. What a play by Alex Hulfacker.
Well, it was about time Alex got involved. They pulled him with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter and didn't put him back in.
2-point lead for North. Choate kicks it into the corner. And now a wide open look for Gabe Buxton off to the right. Andres Hulfacker skies for the rebound and hands it to Ntenji. Loses the handle on the pass. Jaden Murphy was looking to repass it before he had it. Replay on the Alex
Here's
Hulfacker.
Hulfacker. Now watch him. Spin move, turns, shoots, hits. That was a travel in the girls' game, by the way.
They did call it travel, yeah.
Why?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Everybody wants to be part of the action on a night like tonight.
I've done that exact same move in Nerf hoop in my bedroom.
Yeah, but you probably pulled a hamstring, right, Charlie? You probably called for the
I
trainer.
do that exact same move going to the refrigerator every night.
The garbage can's a little lower than 10 feet, I'm thinking.
Nicely done.
But I think the key, it's a close game, and the reason it's close is after the 7-2 start, South got back on defense and stopped the transition game.
And North missed a lot of open looks from beyond the arc.
They did, but you know what? How many times did South get in the passing lane on the transition game after that first start?
The thing that beat Bishop Girton in that game was the dribble drive kick. They buried a lot of outside shots. But you're right, Tom, they did get back.
That's just huge.
Brendan Choate off the pick, leaves it short that time.
See, that's a weakness for North if they're in a close game. They need to be able to get the transition. Here they go right now.
Choate with a dazzle pass to Corey, and he finishes.
Nice pass there by Choate to Corey on the turnover.
Ntenji just lost his footing.
Yep, just slipped.
Jaden Murphy with a wild scoop shot lay-in attempt gets fouled. Wow, if that went in, you would have heard a roar from the purple fans. Here at Nashua High North, the replay on the make by Corey.
Yep.
And nice job by Corey.
Anything you get from the fringe, the outer fringe, Corey started the game, but anything you get from those guys who are there defensively, that's their key, is huge. Compo the same for South.
I like there on that Corey make. He didn't put the ball on the floor.
Jaden Murphy with some nice form on his free throw. And it's a 3-point game, 1 possession.
Choate will take a break here.
He needs it. I think he's tired.
As you get a good look at Jaden gnawing on that mouthpiece. Misses the second one. Rebound, though, retrieved by the Panthers. Ntenji with a chance for bonus points, and Gabe Buxton skies above the field.
Another defensive rebound, John. Another
defensive
defensive
rebound. They're not
rebound.
giving any second chances.
No, they're not.
Kane brings it back out, slowing it down a little bit. Chance to catch some breath here for both teams. Lentz, up top it goes Connor Dunning. He can shoot it from there, but he passes it to Kane. Thinks about penetrating the seam, backs it out. Okore has his pocket picked, and South, Jaden Murphy dives and gets a jump ball. Possession arrow for who?
North, I believe.
South.
Is it South?
Yep.
No, it's North. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Back and forth we go.
You say that again, Tom? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, good.
You're right, you're right, you're right.
Jaden Murphy earned that turnover. And now Ivan Ntenji with it. Alex Hulfacker, Stav Alcalay, and now Andres Hulfacker to Jaden Murphy. Perimeter passing by the Panthers, down by 1 possession, 2017. Will they take a 3, try to tie it up? Will somebody try to penetrate to the hoop? Murphy, Alkali with his back to the basket, gets double teamed. Murphy in rhythm, hits it, he ties it, 2020.
That's the way it should be in this game.
In 2020.
Steal Natenji.
A steal, Natenji.
All right, great dribble job by Choate.
Okore.
Nope.
In and out. 2020 plus 2, no.
Boy, how many putbacks and layups and free throws did we see missed in the girls' game? We're seeing it right here.
Continuation.
Yep, exactly.
Alkali, Alex Hulfacker, Jaden Murphy. What a breathtaking game this has been so far, literally and figuratively.
But they have basically taken the Hulfackers out of the game.
I can't not say non-factor, but I think that's what you're telling us.
This is a North team that hangs their hat on their defense.
Right.
Natenji with a drive.
Here's the block by Choate.
Another
Brendan
rebound
Choate.
by North.
Right on cue, Jason Roby.
Long pass in the corner, fought for, Panthers steal. Jaden Murphy comes away with it. Spin move.
Beautiful make.
That's a great move by Murphy. But you know,
JM.
North needs to be able to run a set.
Yep. The fadeaway.
That's not
floater.
not running a set.
Down court come the Panthers, trying to add on to Jaden Murphy's
got
brilliant
away
basket.
with a travel.
I believe he did.
Yeah,
in the
Natenji
corner,
traveled.
Andres Hulfacker in rhythm, gets the bounce. He got the bounce.
And all of a sudden, it is a 25-20 Nashua South lead.
You remember when North had a chance to score at 2020. It's at least a 7-point swing. Emeka Okore takes a big bite out of that 5-point deficit. We're back to a 1-possession game.
It's going to be a game of one-on-one matchups here,
Well,
guys.
it really is. It's going to go right down to it.
Jaden Murphy, JM, just marvelous on that last basket, and everybody taking a collective breath right now for the Panthers. And the Titans on defense. 1:18 left to go in the first half. 2-point lead for the Panthers with possession.
Steve Lane asked for the 5-second call there. He didn't get it on the last possession.
Cross town, it is 37-13. BG girls over Merrimack.
Travel.
A carry maybe. Potentially.
Natenji does tend to carry the ball a lot.
A bit too deliberate perhaps on offense that time, as South kind of got out of their own rhythm. And with 60 seconds even left in the first half, how will this first half of basketball end? North had the lead after 1. South has the lead here in the final minute of period number 2.
Game is played out on the perimeter. You watch it, just rotates like a circle. Finds Lucas Cunningham under the hoop, can't get it to go.
Lucas Cunningham trying to get
Blocked.
a second bite at the apple, got fouled.
Yep, he got blocked and they called a foul. I thought it was a clean block from my view.
It was 6'5" Lucas Cunningham underneath against 6'7" Rhett Medling among others. And Cunningham goes to the line.
Nice make there by Lucas.
A 1-point game.
John, I'll tell you, appreciate that free throw because Jason and I haven't seen too many made in this night.
Really?
Oh my goodness, the first game was unbelievable.
You're going to have Tom King free throw school applicants
Oh, I told him that. I said we're going to have full class.
around the block.
And there you go, right on cue, Tom.
Oh yeah, you jinxed them on that one, but
Oh, sure.
we're on the seesaw now. 25-24, the visitors from across town. The Panthers with the ball and the 1-point lead. Alex Hulfacker looking left, right, passes left. Number 23 for South is Jeremiah Mitchell.
Probably holding for the last shot here, just a motion
I
offense.
would too, I would, because it keeps the ball in North's hands.
10 seconds to go. Nintenji thought about it, runs out of room, baseline. Yeah. Great defense by North. 3 seconds, kickball, shot from distance. A wild rainbow, and we go into the halftime 1-point game.
And you see right there what defense looks like.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because most teams you play in the state, you would have been able to drive on somebody. Not
but guys,
this North team.
We're missing the point here. It's halftime, and the team that we thought was the underdog is leading by a point, 25-24.
I think once again you have to look at the cold shooting midway through that first quarter. North got out to the big lead and then just went cold, and Tom brought it up. The Titans were running early and hitting some easy buckets, and then South just started getting back on defense.
There's your coach. Is he happy right now, Tom, the coach of the Panthers? What do you think?
I think if I'm Nate Mazerolle, I've held this North team to 24 points in the first 2 quarters. I'm ecstatic. Ecstatic.
I think one of the things that we always look to is the way North wins their one-on-one matchups, how they can they play around the perimeter and they just look for the one-on-one matchup, driving to the hoop. Well, they tasted some of their own medicine watching Nashua South do that exact same thing, winning those one-on-one matchups, going to the hole. Nintenji early in that first half, imposing his will with 9 points, and then Choate on the other end, 3 3-pointers,
right,
13
see, once
points.
Those disappeared, their offense tended to disappear.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, they haven't gotten anything in transition
since that dunk. Well, there was an Akori layup, but that dunk was really it. Yeah.
And there was also a play down with Nate Kane, got ahead of the field, got a layup and a foul, but didn't make the layup and got fouled. So that's the key, because it looked like North was just going to run them right out of the building, and all of a sudden it changed, and look at the score now at halftime.
You know, other than Choate, you got to look for Dunning, Akori, Lentz. Those are the guys that typically hit from beyond the arc, especially when Choate dribble drives and kicks it out. Same thing with Harris. Harris with 2 quick fouls there. They had to take him out. Didn't get as much playing time, probably as Coach Lane would have liked to have seen.
Well, I know Patrick Mahomes is not going to show up and get the final score of the game, but there's going to be a hero here somewhere tonight. You just get the feeling this game is going to go right down to the wire, perhaps just like the girls' basketball game that you guys just did. A very exciting first half of basketball. Jason Roby, Tom King, our cameramen, Tim O'Neill, Jim McClain, Pete Johnson. We taking a break?
Yeah, we're taking a break.
We'll come back with the exciting conclusion. Only 16 minutes of game time basketball remains. It's going to go by in an eye blink, I guarantee it.
I need a nap, John.
With the
I need a nap.
That we have witnessed here in the first half. We'll take a break. You're watching Nashua ETV, Friday night basketball. We'll be right back.
Hey, sweetie. What did you learn in school today?
I learned that the 2020 census counts everyone in the U.S. Where there are more people, there are more needs for things like roads, schools, and hospitals.
I learned that billions in funding goes to communities like ours because of the census.
I learned that the Census Bureau collects data about communities in all states and territories of the U.S. Statistics in Schools offers free educational materials powered by census data. Learn more at census.gov/schools.
Welcome back, everybody, to courtside here at Nashua North. John Collins with Jason Roby and Tom King. As Gloria Estefan might say,
like this
a game to get on your feet for.
John, can you sing that?
Get on your feet?
Yeah.
No, I
can't.
But
Pete can.
Pete would shoot me because he has heard it done by the best. So here we go. 8 minutes, third quarter, up on the board. The Titans start off with possession, trailing by 1. Emeka Akori with it. Up top it goes. Friday night, February 7 of 2020. Two teams doing battle. North with an 8-run record coming in, and South 6-4. A reverse lay-in attempt by Emeka Akori. Cannot find the backboard or the rim. And South pushing the pace. Deep. Alex Halfaker just lowers the shoulder and gets 2.
And there it is, Halfaker.
3 referees letting them play.
Yeah, that Curtis Harris went for the steal there, and as a result, he couldn't get it, and Hallfacker just drove to the lane.
3-point lead for South. Curtis Harris kicks it out. Emeka Corey.
You just mentioned Harris. Hold on a second.
Emeka Corey ran out of room. Rebound. Campo fighting with LaCorre. Jump ball favors the Panthers.
What do you have, Harris, with 4 or just 2?
Harris has 2 points and 2 fouls.
And that is huge. That's what South has done. They've limited Curtis Harris.
I want you to watch the next time Nashua North comes down the floor. Anytime they go to the paint, the Panthers collapse and don't allow any penetration. And why not? North has had trouble hitting the outside shot with the exception of a few threes from Choate and 1 from McCory.
I think you have hit on the South defensive strategy.
Oh, yeah. They're doing a great job of it.
Right now, South is on offense. The long shot by Andres Hallfacker misses. And it'll be North's ball. And again, securing the rebound, not allowing second chances for the Panthers.
Nate came with great positioning there. Ball went off the Panther hands.
Curtis Harris with it. Fakes left, goes right, back to his left. And the release by Nathan Kane.
And that's a mid-range jumper, John, that generally goes. And he had to pull up because the paint collapsed.
Nice steal from behind by Gabe Buxton. Just poked it away. Nobody.
Choate for 3.
Misses.
Just can't hit the jumper, can't hit the mid-range, can't hit the 3.
Nope.
And here's Alex Hallfacker calling the play as he brings it down court. 2 minutes into the third quarter, and South with the only basket so far, up by 3. Stav Alcalay fakes the pass. Now he bounces it in traffic and he gives it away. Brendan Choate was right there to take it.
Yeah, Corey didn't have the numbers and he tried to force it. It was a 1-on-3. Would have been wise to pull it up. As a result, he got it stolen.
Well, Corey gives it back in the 1-on-3. Alex Hallfacker to his brother Andres. Bounce pass, what do we have? Away from the ball. It's going to be 5-1. And a 1-5 reach around against Joshua Lentz, I believe, if he's out there. I thought it was 1-5.
Brad Zapenis on the call there. Wasn't quite sure.
No, Joshua Lentz isn't out there, so I shouldn't blame him.
He was on a Titan.
Maybe it was, I don't know. Bounce pass goes outside, in rhythm from the corner. Mitchell can't get it to go.
And Mitchell, if he's good, look at that. He stays with the play.
Jeremiah can't get it to go. Buxton getting fouled, doing the dirty work. And here's the thing, John, and Buxton gets in there, gets rebounds, and they're looking to run. And as a result, he gets fouled. So the Panthers will pull back. Connor Dunning now checks in. Another one of their sharpshooters. Yet to get on the board.
Yeah, he started to light it up in the Bishop Girton game, and it was the reason why they won by 9. Curtis Harris takes it to the hoop.
And that's what he's got to do. Harris has got to get involved in this offense. If he goes the rest of this game in single digits, North's going to have a tough time winning it.
They're not going to win. I believe it.
They need to get Harris going.
And so Curtis is at the line.
Part of that is on Curtis. He's very unselfish, you know? And I think some of the times he's had a chance to take the ball to the lane and he's passed it to the side.
Yeah.
Another missed free throw there for the Titans.
Story of our lives.
I think you're right, though, Tom. I think you're going to see Curtis start driving to the hoop a lot more.
I think he's got to.
He has to. I'm sure he's been told by Steve, look, we're shooting cold from the outside. We got to make something happen here.
Yep, definitely.
And he misses a pair.
Ouch.
Yes, Alex Hallfacker with the rebound. Outlet pass, Ntenji to the corner. Andres Hallfacker fakes baseline, goes left. Alex puts it up. Andres gets fouled and 1.
Offensive foul, no hoop.
Offensive foul. Wow. A bold call there by the official. What do you think?
Let's take a look. No, not at all.
I think Ricky just likes to make that punch call.
I think you might be onto something right there. Clearly the defender's feet was still moving and not set at all. Curtis Harris with the step back. Not close.
That's not Curtis's game, but he had the shot.
Ivan Ntenji in the corner. Andres Hulfacker strong to the basket, gets the foul. No offensive foul that time.
This game really is working in the Panthers' favor. North just so cold from the floor here. 4:43 to play in the third quarter. Have they scored?
No.
So there you have it.
Scoreless for 3:17.
And some of that, as the first shot is made there, some of that is about the defense that the Panthers are playing. Hulfacker makes the first.
Well, Curtis Harris trying to answer the call and get on the score sheet. Missed a couple free throws, a jump shot, and it's big reason why South has a 5-point lead right now.
What you don't want to see here is some of the North players starting to push the action, make it happen. You really want to stay within their offensive set. Eventually you hope some of these shots will fall for them. But if you're South, just keep doing what you're doing, playing good, solid defense.
Brendan Choate driving, stopping underneath to Curtis Harris. He got fouled, and
the
the
basket. There you go. You got to get Harris going.
Big credit on this play to Brendan Choate.
Nice pass from
Nice
Choate
pass.
on the
Look at
rebound.
that whip. He whipped that pass right into Harris. That's what they've got to do. There hadn't been much ball movement except long passes down the floor.
I have a feeling you're going to see more of the two-man game between Choate and Harris
I
as
think
this
you're
game
right.
gets old.
That is a good teammate play by Brendan Choate right there, finding Curtis Harris. He knows he needs to get him going. They need to get going in tandem to have a good chance to win this game, and he sought him out on that play. Curtis with a chance for the three-point play, and he gets it. So, a boost for the Titans here. 29-27, only down by 2. Ivan Nintenji with the dribbling display. Runs into a double team wide open from the corner. Andres Hulfacker for 3.
That play's made by Nintenji too.
The shot, no good. Into traffic, down court it goes. And another basket for South. South with a burst.
Wow.
Retaking a 7-point lead. I misspoke. Hulfacker's on the bench. Who got that three-pointer in the corner? It was the turnaround by Choate.
And back and forth they go.
Teams trading blows right now. 5-point lead. Rebound North. Oh, right in the chops. Emeka Corey ran into a defender. They let him play as South secured the rebound. Stav Alcalay was just standing there, so really you couldn't call a defensive foul, backcourt
I guess
foul.
his Alcalay was the one with the three-pointer.
Yeah, I think so.
I guess you're right. Yeah, he got loose in the corner, and it was 32, not 22.
Right, you're
That's
right.
Great shot in a key moment. Jaden Murphy draws the foul.
And I'll tell you what, I like the way that Jaden Murphy is playing, forcing the issue, driving the lane. These guys aren't afraid to go in there and mix it up. Murphy going to be rewarded with a pair of free throws.
This is Nashua South's game. It's their tempo. It's everything they wanted.
Nate
and maybe more.
Has some substitutions he makes here. He seems to be playing the strings perfectly.
It's one of those nights where everything you do works.
Yeah.
Thus far, that's exactly what's happening. And
coaches have those nights too, don't they?
They do. Occasionally, but we always like to say when the coaches have it, it's because of the players, not anything the coach did.
Yeah, I've heard Belichick say that a lot.
He's right.
Yeah, players make the plays. But I tell you, the good coaches, they put the right players in the right spots to make those plays. South gets the missed free throw back. Hungry for more, already up by 6. 3 minutes to go, third quarter.
Jump ball. North's going to get possession here.
You're right.
Panthers will fall back.
Joshua Lentz will inbound it. Here comes Brendan Choate. He had a tremendous jam that brought the house down in the first half.
Yeah, but that doesn't win you games.
You can't make that.
That does.
Harris.
Great
That
follow. Great follow there by Harris as they all collapsed around Choate. Choate got away with one right there.
Again, Curtis Harris and Brendan Choate, one teammate helping out another. Brendan Choate with the steal, gets in the passing lane. Head up as he comes down court, feeds in the corner. Josh Lentz in rhythm, can't get it. Rebound fought for, heads up. Tom King and Jason Roby, we almost got the ball in our laps.
It was headed for you.
I think it was headed for that beautiful monitor that's right in front of us.
I know, huh?
Yeah. I guess I have to stick my hand in front of another ball in our equipment. I'll have the volleyball game.
Take one for the team.
Yeah. Got to go the other way. I got to go towards the danger. Brett Medling hands it off to Alex Halfacker.
Eerily quiet here in the gym right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
People taking a collective
Surprised
breath.
the South kids aren't really chanting right now.
I think they might be tired.
They're up
I
four.
think so. There is something to that.
It was a long week. A lot
It's
of
been
bad
a wall
weather.
of noise since the opening tap. Driving, running out of room, up and down, travel.
Yep.
Alex Halfacker ran into the trees. He couldn't get over the canopy.
And he forgot to bring his axe.
Yeah.
35-31, South with a 4-point advantage, 1:53 to play here in the third quarter. We got a good one. Both
We
teams
do.
playing great defense, you know.
That's just it. This is, I mean, nothing's easy in this game. It's not going to be a 60-50 game unless something really changes. You know, it's going to be a tight game. This is South's tempo.
Josh Lentz driving baseline, gets blocked by Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell's so athletic. You know, he really is. He's a sophomore kid. They'd love to get more out of him. Watch as he stays with it. Careful not to foul, and then just gets his arm up in
I think
time.
he said right there, you are sadly mistaken, kind sir.
Exactly.
Jeremiah was a bulldog on offense. Defense on that one, excuse me. Defensive play by Mitchell. Slaps it out of bounds.
Double team on Choate. Somebody is open, decides to take it himself.
The floater doesn't go, tried to get it back.
Yeah, you got to find the open man there if you're Choate. Maybe tried to force it a little bit.
Yeah, I'll tell you who the open man was. He was in the corner. It was Josh Lance.
Campo to Medling. Alex Halfacker. Ivan Nintenji calling a play on the right wing. And he traveled.
Yeah, and he did. I think he did there. Couldn't really see it. I saw the stutter step. Maybe we can get on replay, but it looked like he made it. Nate Mazerow doesn't agree with it.
It was kind of a dance step without a dribble. Yeah.
Timeout called here on the floor.
Wow, a rare timeout. We've had a lot of up and down action in a close contest.
These two teams, too, I'm going to tell you right now, they are in great physical condition.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? I used to be in that kind of shape. I think it was before I had the flu.
Round is a shape, Tom.
That's
absolutely right.
Exactly.
1:15 to go, third quarter. A 4-point contest as we watch the Nashua Panther cheerleaders entertain here at courtside. John Collins with Tom King, Jason Roby, cameraman Tim O'Neill and Jim McLean bringing you the action. Pete Johnson, the executive producer of Nashua TV, right behind us, manning the controls in beautiful HD. Curtis Harris brings the ball up court. 1:10 left to go, third quarter. The Titans have really not gotten hot here in the second half as yet, but now maybe that's changed.
And there's your two-man game, Harris and Choate.
Two-man game and a 2-point game, 35-33.
Ivan Nintenji cruising to his right. What do we have? Timeout South.
And Nate Mazerow ran over onto
sure
the floor to Brad Zepenis to make that timeout call.
Interesting.
He saw something. I don't know what it was.
I didn't know if maybe he was going back to his playing days, looking for the backdoor cut, an easy lay-in.
Was he that far out? Sixth man on the court. And you got a good look. Nate Mazerow has a plan. He is a man with a plan right now. 53 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Titans also huddling around their excellent coach, Stephen Lane.
And I think you're seeing the contingency plan for the Titans. They went cold from the floor. They're probably going to abandon that, and you're going to see the two-man game
Yeah, the two-man
with
game
Choate
is
and
going to be
Harris.
it. That's all you're going to see.
Take overtime. We shall
Excuse
see.
me? Excuse me? Overtime to a sports writer.
Oh, I was just saying.
Unless it means hours. Unless it means hours is a 4-letter word.
I was just saying takeover.
Don't even say it.
You want the last half of the word in there.
Don't even put them together.
I didn't even know what I said. Nintenji gets stopped. Brendan Choate with pace. Curtis Harris kicks it back out. He had a chance to go to the hoop right there.
Yeah, it looked like the Panthers maybe cut off the baseline. Was hoping for a backdoor trail or maybe someone at the three-point line that could stop and pop.
Yeah, perhaps that would have been an offensive foul in the making if Curtis continued to the hoop. It looked like maybe Nintenji got back.
Yeah, but it looked like there was also someone on the back side of it, so the Panthers really getting back well on defense to thwart the fast break opportunity.
And kind of keeping the crowd out of it for the moment, because that would have really brought the house down again. Choate floats it. Gabe Buxton fakes it. Poked out of bounds by Nintenji. Clean hit on the ball.
Great example of Choate driving the hoop. 3 players collapse around him, looking for Gabe Buxton in that midline jumper.
Curtis Harris will do the inbounding with Jason Campo in his face. Campo, one of these great combination football players out on the court. Connor Dunning hands it off.
Good matchup between these two. Campo and Harris, 2 outstanding football players.
Yeah, there you go. They should be playing football right now.
Yeah.
And again, the 2-man game between Harris and Choate.
Choate off the pick. Draws a double team, but still gets a quality shot away before the buzzer that ends the third quarter.
I would take that look if I was Choate. The problem is Choate is cold as ice from the floor right now.
Yep, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. A 2-point lead for South. They led the second quarter. They led the third quarter. North had a slight lead after 1. And you've got to figure it's going to come down to a 1-possession game 8 minutes from now.
And
no doubt about it. Yep.
The reason it's cold as ice, one word: defense.
Defense.
Oh, I thought you were going to say February.
not in New England, the weather we've been having.
Yeah, it's going to ice up tonight, I heard. And right now, it's a hot time inside the Nashua High North Gymnasium. 8 minutes left. Strategy being talked here. The Nashua South cheerleaders are on that end of the court, and the Nashua North cheerleaders next to us here as we look at the South band performing during this timeout through the third and fourth quarters.
Just got a good look there at the sub-varsity coaches of Nashua North. Zach Harris, the freshman coach. Chris Godrow, the JV coach, talking a little bit of strategy. I'm sure they're shaking their heads too. This has really worked out in South's favor, the way this game has gone.
Yep.
And I'm sure you look at Nashua North, they're not going to want to look at that shot chart at the end of the night and see just how many open looks they missed.
We'll see if the Hulfacker brothers check in here in the fourth quarter. Haven't called their names all that much here in the second half as yet. Key players on this South team, Alex and Andres. Alex with the ball right now, runs into the defense of Curtis Harris. Harris picks his pocket. Curtis Harris is loose.
He may have traveled there. I'm not 100% sure. But
yeah, he did get away with a travel.
But he flushed it down. Here's the replay.
There it is, okay.
NBA style.
1, 2,
yeah, that's
3.
And I think that's exactly what they're looking for.
Except they don't have replay. We do.
And then there's no red flags coming out.
Nope.
And I like it.
Tie game, 35
NBA style
all.
is right. I think you called it. We've seen that so much on TV.
Titans extending their full court press. Excuse me, John.
That's one step less than you're going to see in the NBA All-Star game coming up this weekend.
Wow, what a
glass
drive.
and in. Wow, South answers back, up by 2 still. Harris, Choate, Connor Dunning. No, long rebound, fought for. Buxton knocks it off of the Alex Hulfacker fingertips, and it's going to remain Titan ball.
Who got that last basket for South?
Nintenji.
Nintenji, yep.
He hasn't scored in quite a while, so that was a good make for the Panthers.
Connor Dunning with it in the corner. Nathan Kane. Curtis Harris with a stuffed shot last time, and jump ball. Interesting call.
Yeah, definitely a jump ball.
Possession arrow. stays with the Titans.
Now, earlier in the game, that was called a travel against South, and I'm sure that's what Coach Mazarol is saying right now. Not sure why it's not a travel, and it's a jump ball.
North with another chance to tie it up. Down 2. 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the basketball game. Choate with it up top. Curtis Harris. Gave Buxton the turnaround. Seemed a bit hesitant, and it showed in the shot. Then Tenji had a chance to split the defense. Pull-up jumper, no good.
Yeah, Coach Mazarol thought maybe there was a piece of that ball that was blocked, looking for possession, but they're going to give it to Nashua North as Buxton comes out and Okori comes back in.
Emeka Okori checks back into the game. He'll inbound it to Curtis Harris. Trying to tie it up or better here in a one-possession game. Harris fakes left, goes right, left again. Hands it off to Nathan Kane. Now trying his chance at it, and Brendan Choate shoots it out of bounds, basically.
Yeah, just cold from the floor right now is Choate. And again, that partly because of the defense of Nashua South. They're really applying the pressure. And they have the athleticism to stay with them.
Stav Alcalay hit a big three-pointer in the third quarter, which has factored in this 2-point lead for the Panthers. Then Tenji, the stop and go underneath.
And that one's on Choate. Choate let him go by on the dribble, and Tenji just took it. I mean, you're going to watch him driving in the middle. I think maybe Choate was hoping he'd get some backside help, and it just didn't get there in time.
Then Tenji's been hot and cold at the free throw line in this game. Hits that one.
And Tenji coming back alive at the right time.
Ivan trying to get a pair.
13 points for Nintenji.
And a 2-possession game again in favor of the Panthers, up 39-35 with just over 6 minutes left. 6 precious minutes of exciting high school basketball. Okori, step back for 3. Oh, short on the shot.
And that one was taken.
Ivan Nintenji driving, one man to beat, and that man is too tough. Brendan Choate with the block.
Choate said not this time.
Yes.
Timeout, Steve Lane. Boy, what an exciting game we have.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to call your attention to the wall where there's a big green box on the wall there with a green light. If you can see it, Tim O'Neill, across from you. You guys have all heard of Huddle. Well, that's the next thing that Huddle has come out with. That's called a Huddle sideline camera, and what that does is it shoots video, and you can see it right there, Tim O'Neill.
Right up in the middle. There it is.
That shoots video of volleyball games, basketball games, girls and boys, and then at the end of the game, that goes right to Coach Steve Lane and Coach DeTillie's laptop, and they have the game right there. It just pans the floor the entire time. Nobody runs that. Power goes on. They send it to Huddle. Huddle sends it back to them with a breakdown of all the shots, all the makes, all the fouls, everything broken down for them.
Can you steal signs with it? I know
no
that's
comment.
not what the purpose is. That's fantastic. How about
absolutely.
that?
Can you hire a manager? Can you make a trade?
Oh my gosh.
My God.
Yep.
What a disaster.
Oh, what a move.
Twist by Andre.
That is the move of the game.
Oh my goodness.
Dipsy-do up and under for Andres Hulfacker. Great English on that ball.
And all of a sudden, the momentum from Curtis Harris's plays are gone, and it's a 6-point lead again.
The Andres X Factor is at the line, being heard from loudly here in the fourth quarter, but he rattles that free throw in and out. Still a 6-point lead for the Panthers.
I got Hulfacker at 15 unofficially.
Curtis Harris finds a wide open Emeka Okori.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
I
they're
don't think they
cold
want
as
that
ice.
shot.
Cold as
Yep,
ice.
no doubt about it.
And I think they're all looking around hoping someone makes a shot here.
Yeah, they needed that one. They needed the one before it. They're down 6 with 5.5 minutes to go.
South has played a complete game, really played great defense.
South getting a little bit tentative about getting out of their own end here.
Titans got a piece of that.
What's the timer on getting out of your own end? I know they tipped that one, so you get
it starts over again.
Starts
yeah,
over.
yeah.
They were flirting with it right there.
Buxton will check back in for a Corey.
Mecca off, and Gabe Buxton back on. Panther ball. Ivan Nintenji's double team to the backcourt, getting a little bit desperate, gives it away. Curtis Harris driving, draws the contact, and a stop by Brendan Choate.
Oh, they're calling goaltend. They're calling a goaltend.
Oh, my.
He's saying that ball was in the cylinder. We'll take a look on replay.
Let's see.
And he might be right.
I think he is. No,
he is not right.
He's not right.
Oh, that is a bad
Bad
call.
stuff. It's a bad call. You're right. Unbelievable.
And he made that call, if I'm not mistaken, from underneath the hoop. Really couldn't see the rim. Wow. And that one will come back to bite maybe.
Foul on Connor Dunning. Frustration on the part of the Titans right now as a spectacular basket taken away. And before that, I thought Curtis Harris was fouled.
Listen, I get it, but look at the position. The referee.
I guess not. Maybe it was a good
he's
play
on
by
the side.
Alcali. I'll take that back.
But no, he was not in the frame. He was standing out of bounds when he made that call.
Yeah.
You can't see the rim.
Yeah, I was just going to take back the foul on Harris, but definitely it was a good basket.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah, you are
that was a bad
right.
call. It was a bad call, but you know what?
Whoa!
Jaden Murphy, Connor.
You would need replay to make that call.
What a great job.
Saw that pass coming. Good steal by Brendan Choate. Look at him dive for the ball. South gets it back.
Holfacker, no.
Timeout by South.
Holfacker had a breakaway layup. I was surprised they called time.
That was a mistake.
And I don't know if that was Coach Mazurel that called it and then regretted it. I'm not 100% sure.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Cost his team 2 points.
Yeah.
I think he does regret it.
I think he just apologized to Andre.
Yep, he
so
does.
4:37 to go. We are still reeling from that takeaway by the official of a good basket. A tremendous play by Brendan Choate.
Well, and I think the big thing here for me is, and look, it's not easy to be an official in any stretch of the imagination. But he's going to be standing. Watch where he comes in from.
There was no foul on the play.
He comes in from out of bounds, so he cannot see
Was that Ricky?
play.
Was that Ricky Deschard who made the
yes,
call?
I'm not sure who it was.
You know what? I'm in favor in that situation of calling an official timeout and asking the other two guys to you see what I saw.
Ask the guy at half court who might have a better
didn't
look
call
at
anything.
it. Right.
Yeah. They were just discussing it right there during that timeout.
They're talking about it right now, and Steve Lane and Ricky Deschard go way back, and I'm sure they're having a discussion. They're probably talking golf scores. They're golfing buddies.
True.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's not going to be the difference in the game.
Are you sure about that,
well,
Coach?
But South has played very well, and North just hasn't shot well enough to win the game.
Right.
I mean, if it were to end right now.
Double team on the ball underneath. Good bounce pass. Alex to Andres.
Oh, my goodness.
And Curtis Harris said, I think I got all ball.
They got to see that one again on replay. I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Holfacker goes right up. All right.
Nope.
All ball.
Wow.
Oh, man.
And this is one of those situations where, you hate to see that come into play. You're looking at a 2-point swing on the missed dunk, and if Holfacker can make this, 3-point.
Well, final score from Girton. BG 62, Merrimack 23.
Woo!
Wow.
And that's a good Merrimack team.
Holfacker gives his team a 7-point lead.
And as Landy Buskey said after the Pickering Girton game, it's BG's world. We all just hang around.
Yeah.
Let's see if Curtis Harris can get this team on track. They've got 4:12 to do it.
They're trying, but there's been some whistles.
Choate has the height
Brendan
advantage
Choate,
here.
the turnaround.
Did he
off
not?
the glass and in. Brendan Choate and Curtis Harris.
They're going to have to keep going back to that because he has a height advantage over Nintenji.
Stav Alcalay Gets caught in the backcourt a little bit, but they get it up court. Ivan Nintenji into traffic. Andres Helfacker's blocked, but Stav Alcalay is there for the putback.
That starts with Nintenji. I mean, he's just penetrating, and they're following him up.
Harris showed in rhythm, can't get it to go. Rebound, Nathan Kane in the corner. Connor Dunning thought about putting it up. Baseline floater, bad bounce for the Titans.
Tough angle there.
Out of bounds off the Panthers. Brendan Cho just willing his team back into the game.
If you're wondering about the foul situation, North has 17 fouls. They're already in the penalty. South with only 3.
In the corner, Nathan Kane thought about it. He'll shoot it. No good.
Yeah, over the back
Boy, what
there.
a tough shooting night for North.
Terrible shooting night, and great positioning from Nintenji to box out Choate. Choate had to go over the top, gets whistled for the foul. This really is the story of the game, right? You've got 2 factors, in my opinion. You've got the South defense, or 3 factors. You got the South defense, Nintenji, when he drives to the hoop, the Panthers follow him and they clean up. And then you've got their cold shooting for the Titans. So those 3 things all together are giving you what you have here tonight. And Nintenji hits the first.
3 minutes, 17 seconds left to go. As you can see here, Nashua ETV, battle between North and South coming down to the wire.
Tom King, 9 points for Nintenji from the foul line.
There you go.
15 points
and you know
total.
Why?
Curtis Harris,
no
the floater. No good, and the cold shooting night continues.
Nintenji's been going to the line because he's taking the ball to the basket. That's
going
why.
to the hoop.
Nintenji from the corner this time. Jaden Murphy with the push off. Gets called.
Nate Maswell told me the other night, don't shoot threes. He said they're not a good three-point shooting team.
And speaking of three-pointers, Buxton comes out, Corey back in, and that can only mean one thing. Titans, I wouldn't say desperation mode, but they got to be able to start hitting some from distance.
They've got to be able to score some points. It's all about offense right now.
3 minutes left. Curtis Harris finds a way.
And they should have been doing that a long time ago. Clear everybody out beyond the three-point arc and let Harris dribble drive.
46-39, Jaden Murphy puts it in.
A little bit of their own medicine back at them as the Panthers run the floor well. Murphy finishes it off.
South with their biggest lead. 9 points, the reach in on the Panthers. This time, I think it's off on the, well, could have been one of 3 players.
If you had told me at the beginning of this game that Murphy and Nintenji would be as effective as they are driving the hoop against this talented Titan team, I would have said you were crazy. They've played outstanding tonight.
Corey fighting for the offensive rebound.
And Nintenji gets it now. There's going to be a jump ball.
Brendan Choate takes it away. Bounce pass to Corey. Gets assaulted.
Foul on the floor. Brad Zepenis was calling possession. Referee on the other side called foul.
Yeah, definitely a foul on Andres on that. They could have called it on Alex, but they call it on Andres.
That was a Hulfacker double team.
Sure was.
Yeah. So, hey, good aggressive defense by South.
And that's been the story of their night.
Yeah.
You're holding a Titan team to 39 points. You're doing okay. And, you know, some cold shooting has to do with that too. But Panthers just playing great defense tonight.
Around the perimeter it goes. Just 2:10 left in the game. Curtis Harris fakes left, goes right, got fouled, no shot.
On the floor, yep.
And there it is.
And they will not go to the line.
No.
If you watch the replay and you look at the setup, all 5 Titans are standing beyond the three-point stripe. That draws the defense out, and then he gets to drive the hoop.
Apparently it's a 1-and-1.
No, they'll take it underneath. No, they're calling 1. You're right, Sean. I'm sorry. They're calling 1-and-1.
We may get timeout here soon. No, maybe not.
Pressure free throws here for Curtis Harris.
9-point lead for the Panthers here with 2:07 to play in regulation.
Unbelievable. What a game by South.
Yes. Curtis Harris hits his free throw. Earns a second free throw with that shot. Chance to make it a 7-point game with 2 minutes left.
Harris with 9 points so far on the night.
Titans need points and they need stops. Harris makes them both.
They'll apply pressure, 10 points.
Alcalay, double team. Brendan Choate nearly got it. The clock's ticking, timeout South.
They called timeout. They were getting close to that 10-second violation.
Had to do it.
Brendan Choate, when he wants the ball, you're in trouble because he'll take it away from you in all manner of situations. Backcourt, rebounding. He's a great defensive player.
Well, now it's going to come down to free throws, guys. It really is, because it's a 7-point game, but eventually South will whittle the clock down a little bit. North will have to foul.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it's going to come down to.
This is a fundamentally sound Nashua South team. They're not going to look to press the action. Why would they? They're 7 points up. And I'm sure that's exactly what Coach Mazerolle is saying. Look, we can be patient. North has, even though they're down 7, they have not proven that they can shoot the outside jumper from about midway through the first quarter on.
Battle of the Bridge week here at Nashua High North. I think you said it was 8-7 North.
8-7 North. This, if the South holds on to win this game, it makes
tied.
it 8-8, and it goes to the cheer competition.
Which is when?
I believe it's the end of this month, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And that's exactly what happened in the fall season.
Exactly.
North winning by, I believe, 1 point.
Wow. How about that? Inbound play for South. No guarantee they get the ball up the court here the way North has been swarming.
Watch for that 10-second violation.
Alex Hulfacker to stop Alcalay.
It could be coming.
Still has it.
Oh, boy.
And they get it across the midcourt line. Alex Hulfacker runs into a double team. And a travel.
Oh, my. That's what you didn't want.
Pressuring the basketball, getting it back.
And Dave Mazerolle told me they want Hulfacker to take charge. They want the younger one to take charge on the floor. But that time it cost them.
Titans extending a lot of energy. But they need to at this point.
They really do.
Compo checks back into the game. Jason for defensive purposes. Ivan Nintenji also out there. Jaden Murphy guarding Curtis Harris. Emeka Okore to his right. Here's the Brendan Choate. Choate fakes left and right. Gives it up to Okore. Spin move off kick. Two people kick. The bounce pass.
No foul.
What
no
happened?
Kick.
Curtis Harris saves it. Connor Dunning in rhythm for three.
Nope. Short.
Way short on the shot.
That ball went off 2 Purple Panther feet.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable right now.
Murphy pressing it and diving into the pile. Blocking foul called against the Titans. Free throws, as Tom said, key free throws coming up here for the Panthers.
It's gonna be a free throw game.
Panthers running the lanes real well on that last possession.
Well, you've got a North team that's down, not used to this. They've lost 1 game all year. That was to Bedford.
What's he telling them?
He's telling him, hold up. You don't have to run. You've got a 7-point lead. The clock is your friend. That's what he's telling him.
You know, we talked about this before, Tom, what the battles must have been like between Alex Hulfacker and Andres Hulfacker in the family driveway one-on-one. These two guys don't know a second gear. They're all out all the time. And that's what happened there. He just launched himself off the top of a building.
And Andres at 17 right now.
And he hits the basket. They are competitors in a court full of them. Right here, Curtis Harris driving, gets fouled on the block. Jaden Murphy gets in the way, taking one for the team.
I'll tell you, you watch Curtis Harris, right? Doesn't look like a kid who didn't blow out his knee, but sprained his knee in football, does it?
You would never know.
Back in late October. You never know.
Ancient history as far as he can turn.
To be a kid again. I shoveled snow the other day, my knee was killing me.
Jeez. I know. He jumping out of the building, jamming the ball. I mean, Joshua Lentz checks back into the game, as does Stav Alcalay.
North's got to have shooters.
Yeah, you got to start making the threes here.
They've got to have shooters, and I don't see Choate on the floor.
You're going to have your 3-point, or you're going to have your full court press here.
7-point game as Curtis makes his free throws. Full court press. Emeka Okore trying to stop Ivan Nintenji.
Well done by the Panthers.
Yeah, no dribbles, just
but a
passing.
steal for the Titans. They got to come away with something here.
Emeka Corey with the steal, but followed by Nathan Kane. Puts
No
it up.
foul.
Oh, man.
Andres Hulfacker wrestles it away. 45 seconds left. Natenji driving, left it short. Hulfacker follows, gets blocked by Dunning. They call a foul.
Yeah, Dunning got his arm right over him, but boy, I'll tell you, how did Kane not get fouled on that play? You got to ask Brad Zepenis that one.
Well, they've swallowed their whistles here, it seems
They
like.
sure have.
And this North bench has to be careful. As the
a foul out. It looks like no. I thought Nathan Kane was headed to the court. Well, Brendan Choate's checking in. He might have fouled out.
He may have.
It's possible. They're checking it at the table, so that'd be my guess.
As you see, 40 seconds remain in the game. If South continues to make their free throws, they will keep North at arm's length. Lengthy discussion here.
South scorekeeper and the North
Oh, the
scorekeeper.
scorekeeper, is that who that is?
Yep, that's
Okay,
the South
yeah.
scorekeeper.
They're trying to see if the score is right.
Oh, I think the score's right. I think they're trying to see who's
Oh,
got
the
fouls.
foul situation.
Valuable rest here for both teams.
For us.
Gosh, I don't know if there's enough time for us to rest.
Yes. That's true. Kudos to our camera crew, Jim McLean, Tim O'Neill, and our executive producer, Pete Johnson. These replays tonight have been fantastic.
That's Teresa, oh, I forget the last name. She plays lacrosse and field hockey for North.
Double duty as a scorekeeper.
And scores in the wintertime.
Well, I'll tell you,
Ricky, don't lose that number. How many fouls?
I don't know.
On
But
Nathan
I
Kane.
don't know, but you know what Steve Lane is telling him? Steve Lane is telling him to go by the home book. It's up to the home book. The home book rules. It's the official book.
That's the only book we have.
So if there's a discrepancy, it goes to North.
now they're talking to Nate Mazerol.
I forget the rest of the lyrics. Nate Mazerol doesn't like what he's hearing, and I don't know.
I think what they're saying is that Kane fouled out. And what the North book is saying is that he didn't. I think that's got to be the argument.
It's Kane Mutiny. So they're figuring it out. 40 seconds.
Wait a second now. Now they get him back up, looking to potentially get him back in the game.
I gotta say, I kind of had a feeling the Hulfackers were going to step up in the fourth
the
quarter.
Hull Factors?
The X
That's my
Factors.
John Collins, my
Yes.
Hull Factors.
Yes.
How's that?
Well,
Yep. And
They
they-
got- hit their
So he
free-
checks back in. So it wasn't a.
okay.
all right, Cho's back in the game? Yeah. Is Kane back in the game?
Kane's back in the game.
Okay. I think that was the discrepancy.
Andres
Bang.
hits the free throws, and it's a
8-point game.
It's a big lead with 37 seconds left. Brendan Choate from distance, no good. Went off the shoulder of Curtis Harris.
I probably would have let that go out of bounds instead of getting trapped, but
Yeah. The feed, Connor Dunning. No.
and that's
the
pretty much
epitome.
the story of the night.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the story of the night. And I don't want to take anything away from this Nashua
No,
South
but
team because
North's
they
shooting
played
was
good.
horrendous.
But when Coach Lane looks at this shooting chart tonight, it's probably the worst that they've shot all year long.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it for Choate.
But you know what? You got to take advantage of it.
Yep.
And South did.
Right.
They played their game plan to a T. No pun intended again.
Exactly.
But kudos to Coach Mazerol, his staff, and what their kids have done. They played a double overtime win a couple of nights ago against Dover, and came in here. And I think you're right. I don't think this North team is looking past South at Exeter, and I wouldn't be surprised if North comes back and beats Exeter, the #1 team in the state right now, the next time they play. Look, tonight was South's night, and they really played a full game start to finish. It looked early like South was going to get run out of the gym. They settled down. They made the shots they needed to make. They ran the floor well. They got back on defense. They played great team defense. And they drove to the hoop and found open people. And as I look at my score sheet here, You're talking about a lot of free throws made between Nintenji and Hulfacker.
Yeah.
A lot of points came from the foul line tonight.
Yeah. Andres Hulfacker, who's back at the line right now, has been fantastic at the stripe.
Yeah, what they did tonight, they colored the blue gym purple. That's what they did.
You're right.
You know, both teams, girls and boys. And I'll tell you what, if you had given me the scores, I would have said it the opposite.
Right.
I would have said the boys would have won by 3 and the girls would have won going away like the boys are doing right now.
Just to let you know, Hulfacker makes this. This will be the 20th point South scores from the free throw line tonight.
Yep.
Wow. And he does, of
They've
course.
scored 20 points from the line tonight.
Yep.
Very impressive.
Driving, Nathan Kane throws it up off the bottom of the rim, and a foul in the backcourt against Curtis Harris. So we're just playing out the string here now, folks.
We are.
It did not come down to a one-possession
This
game
game
at
going
the end.
overtime last year while I was down in Atlanta.
You remember, Pete? Overtime? Close. No, I don't think it did. I would have been saying your name in vain if it did.
Yeah, probably.
That you missed it.
21st point from the line tonight.
So a 10-point lead, 11-point lead now for the Panthers. Alex and Andres Hulfacker putting on a free throw shooting clinic here in the fourth quarter. Curtis Harris for 3, woefully short.
And now what you hope is, look, you got a gym full of kids.
Yeah.
You hope that everybody,
No
the
taunting.
game.
How are they going to exit this gym? They're going to have the side exit for the South kids and the other exit for the
Well, we're
North
going to
kids?
retract the roof.
Yeah, that'll do.
And the,
Yeah. Backcourt pressure, 5 seconds left to go, and this is going to do it. South doesn't even have to shoot. Battle of the bridge ends up 8-8. The cheerleaders will decide it. The South Panthers play their game and come away with a 12-point victory, 55-43 over the host Nashua High North Titans. And I got to say, you laid out all the factors, but I do think, Jason Roby, that I'm going to replay this game in my head and just see so many open looks for the North shooters, and the balls just didn't fall. They didn't score.
well, sometimes if you're a team that goes cold, a loss isn't always the worst thing that can happen to you. I credit this Purple Panther team, and look, I said the same thing. I said athletically, this is as good a group of players as I've seen in the state in quite a while, and we saw it early on when the Titans were out and running. The Purple Panthers stuck to their game plan. They have some great athletes in their own right. They made the shots they needed to make. They scored 22 points from the foul line, and a lot of that was because of the work they did driving the hoop and following shots to the hoop. If you're Nashua North, look, it's not the end of the world, but you can't go cold from the floor like they did starting at the end of that first quarter. They just went real cold, and part of that's a credit to the Nashua South defense, but there were, as you mentioned, a lot of open looks that were missed.
You saw the two coaches come together in the middle of the court, and I think they're talking again right now. I was able to see that Steve Lane, one of the things he said to Nate Mazerow was, nice job, nice job. And I think he was referring to that defensive scheme.
Nothing but respect between those two. Look, they work camps and clinics together. They're constantly in conversation. They exchange film together. They talk basketball pretty much year round. And so there's a lot of respect between the two of those coaches. And clearly, this is one of those things that look,
it's a golden age of high school basketball coaching when you look at that picture right there.
Yep, absolutely right, and both very successful. Look, when these two guys meet up and talk about this later on, they're going to look back, watch the film. Coach Mazerow knows what North didn't do well tonight. Coach Lane knows what South did well tonight, and they'll talk about it and they'll move on, because this brings Nashua South to 7-4. I mean, they're still going to battle. This brings Nashua North to 8-2.
Yep.
A lot of basketball.
A learning experience for North, who have the playoff hopes.
Just a lot of basketball left to be played here by both of these teams, and you know what would be great, to be honest with you, if they meet again.
Yeah.
I would love to see it. I mean, great energy here in the gym tonight.
How about tomorrow itself?
Well,
You do anything?
I'll tell you what, I think both of these teams are going to sleep well tonight. They're going to head into the second half of their season. Certainly South excited, going to build on this, and North bitter taste in their mouth as they leave the gym tonight. Look, they thought they were going to win this game, no doubt about it, and they got a little taste of their own medicine tonight. They ran into a team that made their free throws, ran the floor real well, and played great defense, and that has been North's mantra all year.
Yeah.
Run the floor, make easy layups, force them to foul you, make your free throws, play defense. Took a page out of Coach Lane's book, so kudos to Coach Mazarol and his staff. Really did a great job.
We're joined by Coach Nate Mazarol on my right with Jason Roby. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Very exciting night, as always, when these two teams play.
If only we could do this every game, right?
Yeah.
This is what high school sports is all about. So
What
yeah, it was
happened
fun.
tonight? You guys won big.
We didn't have a very good start to the season, and the kids were getting frustrated, but we just kept harping on the same rules and regulations I've been coaching for however many years, and they're listening, and they stuck to the game plan, and sometimes it is that simple.
Coach, one of the things we noticed here tonight was you defended. North shot were very cold, but part of that was the great defense you guys played. I thought defensively you played outstanding. I also thought that you drove to the hoop really well and created some things with your guards. I was very impressed with their ability to get to the hole and make things happen. Along with your defense, I thought those were two huge factors tonight.
Ivan Nyantenji is very difficult to guard.
He is indeed.
So that he had such a huge night. Jaden Murphy, a couple great moves to the hoop.
Yep.
And Andreas Hulfacker never shies away from a challenge. The defense, we've tried to pride ourselves on that end of the floor for a long time, and we hadn't been real good this year. We knew this is arguably the most potent offense in the state, and we knew we couldn't run with them. We knew if they shot lights out, we had no chance. So we did everything to negate their shooting. Thankfully, they missed a few open ones, and we controlled the tempo. That was our plan.
I have to ask you about Alex and Andres Hulfacker, the brothers. I grew up with a brother who was 2 years older than me. We had wars in the driveway. I said I can only imagine what the one-on-one battles between those two were as they grew up. What tremendous competitors they are on a court full of them.
And two entirely different kids, which with siblings, not
Really?
Yeah. Andreas is, as you can see, you watch him on the floor. He wears his emotions on his sleeves, and it's been a 3-year battle of, hey, Andreas, deep breath.
I think we started saying that mid-game.
Yeah, that was
end of
it.
the game
Yeah,
there,
he was getting heated, and Alex he's our point guard. He's a sophomore, and I'm trying to get him to understand with seniors and juniors out there, some in a good way headstrong juniors and seniors. He's got to run the show, and I tell him that before every game, and he did a nice job of that tonight.
Kind of the Hull factors, if you will.
You
Coach.
will, yes.
Use that.
Well
like
played,
that, huh?
well played.
Hey, one last thing from me,
Sure.
Coach, and I know you want to get in there and celebrate with your team. Free throw line, 22 points coming from the free throw line tonight. You have to be happy with that.
We don't always do that.
Yeah.
So,
Stars
yes,
were aligned tonight.
22 points. I guess maybe, although the color's different in here, the blue rather than the purple, it's the same gym, same backdrop. I might be overthinking it, but we made them. That's all that matters, and hopefully we'll start a trend with that because we'd like to win a few more games with some free throws.
Good one to build on for sure.
Congratulations, Coach Nate Mazarol.
Thank you very much,
Brought
Tom.
some purple
Thank you.
rain to the North Gymnasium tonight.
Thank you,
Congratulations. So that'll do it here from Nashua High North. John Collins with Jason Roby for our partner Tom King. Let's do it again soon.
This was a lot of fun. A lot of
Absolutely.
fun. Great energy, and we are blessed to have this kind of talent to be able to call these kinds of games, and it's a lot of fun.
Congratulations to the Panthers, and don't sleep on the Titans. They're going to make a playoff run. Good night from Nashua High North, everybody.